Hello, everyone. Welcome back for episode 5 of the Gossamer Veil. I'm your DM, Katie, and I'm joined by our players, same as always, Jillian, Kyle, Mac, and Greg. I feel like we'll start off with a little recap and then jump right back in where we left off. So things were a little dicey. So, last time our adventurers were on their first quest ever from the Amberwater Adventuring Guild. They have been making their way down the road. We started, I believe, on night 2 of watches, and everything was pretty calm. Let's see, I believe Jack summoned his familiar Hazel for the first time, and didn't come across anything too suspicious during that watch, but did let the bird do the whole watch for him. So who knows what was out there. And then Lamb on hers brought out her Snallop Mead, who also didn't see anything but was slow the whole time instead of getting to go very quickly like Snallops are known to do. So there was something out there, she believes. And then also on that watch, I believe, is when Kian finished up a couple of little flower rings that he's been working on. But overall, the night was uneventful until you all woke up with a circle of sticks around your camp that just appeared. Clover seemed a little worried about it, but not enough to stick around. She just made sure no one tripped. And you were all off on the journey for the day. You came across a strange stone on the side of the road that had some writing that is similar to Druidic that uh, you realized was also on the little pin you got from the circus, but you aren't sure what it means. But you did take note that you have these writings to maybe figure out later. And then later that evening, we once again settled down for camp. Kian cornered Madden for the next night of questioning and asked how their goddess Aravet came to Madden, and it was outside of the prison, like afterwards. And Kian learned that Madden actually saw her, and Kian's never seen her and seemed a little upset, but it's fine. Uh, believe this is also the night when we learned that Madden specifically saw his father dead and was then quickly escorted off by his brother and carted off to prison without trial. No knowing why exactly, but they're claiming his father's death was an accident. Who knows? And then quickly switching topics, but not really, Madden, I believe, asked about his family and hoping that they were having a bad time. His mom seems to be fine, and learned that his brother Killian does have a child now, which Madden quickly left the scene to go breathe for a bit, in which we thought he might be missing, but he was found again and finished his watch after that. I believe everyone else's watches went fairly normal. Jackie came across a strange music box that may have been left by the watchers or something else, but it was left for you all, playing a nice little lullaby. And then on Lamb's Watch, when you went to read your journal, you discovered that for the first time ever, something was different about it. Everything that she had written up to that point had changed colors into like an array of pastel ink instead of plain black. The next morning, Jack was able to identify the journal to tell her that it has similar properties to a sending spell in that this information that is written down is going somewhere else, and then whoever is reading it, the colors are reflecting the emotions of whoever read it. Right. And afterwards, Madden was ready to go unsure of what the magic stuff was with this journal, and led charge out of camp, heading uphill on a beautiful sunny day. And about mid morning, went over the hill, leading the group. Sees a farmer on the left hand side of the road tending his field, who then, upon seeing Madden, runs inside. And as you all get to the top of the hill and look to the right, you all saw a farmland that was completely scorched, leading up into a town that had been hit by the same flames. And when you got into the town, saw utter destruction and chaos everywhere, bodies in the road, until you got to a small library with a pile of burned books next to it, with a dagger stabbed into the front of the library and a piece of paper on one side, a broken circle, two breaks on the right hand side, and then the other, a saying of all who oppose us shall burn. And that's where we are now. As you read this note, the tone is silent around you. Uh, there's a scent of decay filling the space as the breeze comes by and comes off of the bodies in the road. If you look around, there's about 15 bodies total, mostly men, a few capable looking women, maybe people who were putting up a fight. And now that you've looked at this note, you can and see this circle. You can tell that in places where there are still structures, you can see that same circle with those breaks on the side, almost painted with ash on the side of buildings, stray carts, different structures. And as you're standing there, Madden, Clover flies in next to you and drops at your feet a small doll made out of different green fabric scraps and covered in dirt and a little bit charred. Starts hitting you on the leg to make sure he notices. What would you like to do?
Madden notices. She got him. He'll lean down and pick up the doll and like glance it over and put it in his bag of things that Clover gives to him. We have to go. We need to move now.
But
Should we not see if there's people here who need help?
He like points a finger up and just like sits in the quiet for a moment.
right, I understand. Right, this is bad, and there's not much good to be had from taking too much time. But I, there's nobody here to look after these bodies. They've been just lying out. You can smell them, and it's not right.
Well, you'll not aid the dead, but there's more than 15 or so people in this town. There's good folk about. Know if they're hiding, run off, captured. Should at least have a look about. No?
There was that one firm on the way up in right before all the burning started. I don't know.
If
He might
there's
know something.
people to, if there's still people around, I mean, surely they'll come back. Just
If they're around, I'm sure they'll tend to their dead, but just want to make sure we're not leaving them in lurch.
Right.
I have no problems seeing if there are people around that need assistance. That I am content with doing. But using our time to bury these bodies, take care of them. It would take us the day, at best. And then we might be doing it in the next town. And the next.
I don't disagree. There's nothing to be done for the dead.
save a prayer, maybe.
If there are people that want to tend in some way to the bodies, you are welcome to. I plan to go talk to the only person that I know survived this. And by the time I get back, I do plan to march through this town.
Right.
And I am leaving. And I hope you'll be there with me.
Should be enough time.
Jack will go with Madden and help out however he can there.
Yeah. Madden and Jack will make their way back out of town towards the farm.
Hmm.
Hmm.
The suspicious farm.
The
And what
suspiciously
are-
intact farm.
So suspicious. So what are Lamb and Kian doing?
Kian will walk around with Lamb if she wants to. I don't think it's realistic of us to gather everybody here, but
Perhaps not, but maybe at least maybe put them together like close to groups, places they'd be found more easily. I didn't think
guess we
there's
can
enough
try.
time to bury him, but if we can, at least try and make it easier on the people who need to come back here later. Lay him out nice, if we can.
You guys give me a perception check while you're doing this.
Sure. I feel fine about this. Aha! That's a nat 20.
Wow,
Yeah.
12.
Lamb sees everything. As you're going around to look at all these bodies, and you're going across the whole town, it seems, you do notice that there are tracks where it looks like bodies may have been dragged like this before, and you do find a couple of graves have been dug along the outside of town and look like they've already been disturbed.
Oh,
Huh. Disturbed.
how old are the graves? How old do those look?
Maybe about a week, but there's clearly where something came back up out of it.
From the graves. Okay.
Possibly. Does not look like a nice grave anymore.
Cool. What's happened here? This ain't how it should be.
Nothing good.
What are these bandits just coming back and digging the graves back up, or are they working magics on the bodies, or?
I'm not sure about that.
What are these people getting into?
Is there any way to look for any other hints about these disturbed graves? Does it just look like Kian's not sure what to really look for, but
And if Lamb is helping you and looking closely, she did get a nat 20. You can tell that there are finger marks from something pulling itself out of the grave.
okay.
Yeah.
So it does look like an egress of a thing from grave. Oh, this is terrible.
This is
They're
even
not
more
at rest at
unsettling.
all. They're not at rest at all, and they've been attacked more than once. These people did at least a week's past, and now all this. This is... For what? Why?
or some dark reason we wouldn't obviously think of.
It seems worse than what just you'd think of for bandits, right? I mean,
Yeah,
bandits, they'd be looking after their own ends, their own means. Just,
this is another level of violence.
I mean, to note in the middle of town was one thing, and this is a lot, Cian.
You're telling me. I'm honestly not sure what to make of this.
I dinna have magics to ward off this kind of thing from happening. Not enough prepared. Not
I don't
much.
know that
I
I
don't
do
think
either.
I've learned. I don't know. I hate to say it might be better to hide the bodies, but if this is what becomes of them after they're
I
buried,
don't
then
know if hiding's going to help them.
right. I don't know. Let's look around town some more and see if we can figure out some more of what happened here, and maybe between what we find and what Madden and Jack can get out of that farmer, maybe we'll see some kind of reason in all of this, even if it's bad.
They'll follow Lamb's lead.
All right.
Lamb's just gonna kind of go on a look around town. I'm not sure if she's going off of, I think, yes, that nat 20 with her perception. I think she's very attuned to what's going on around her. I think she's also kind of trying to like tap a little bit into her intuition, trying to figure out what is the pattern here, what's the sense in this, what is the gain, what is the need that is being sought.
From that roll that you got, you're mostly just you are seeing what is in this town. There's not much more to get without finding some concrete source of information. Like
Okay.
you found the tracks that came up to the town and to that field. Like you know that a group did come here and did this, and that these bodies look like they fought back. I will let you two think on it, and we'll swap over to Madden and Jack. Who's leading the way to this farm?
I mean, Madden just bulldozes forward, so if somebody gets in front of him, that's fine, but he's just making a beeline in that direction. Me in the front, girly.
Got it. Going up, yeah, this farm looks perfectly intact. They look like they've been preparing, planting. You can see a little chicken coop. Some chickens running around outside by the house. Welcome to go up to it. No one's outside.
Yeah. Madden kind of like motions at the farmhouse. He was afraid of me. He saw me come over the hill first. That's why he ran.
Oh, well, if this had happened to your town and dozens of people you knew had just been slain by strangers coming from afar, maybe you'd be afraid as well by a big, dark, imposing figure coming over the hill looking like they've got a mission.
He takes out his maul and like kind of buries it into the earth to just like leave it there. And then he like takes a deep breath and kind of like puts his hands up and walks forward. Hello, friend. Don't mean you any harm. You don't have to hide. Weapons are down, and he begins making his way towards the house. I'm friendly. Look at him. Look at this friendly lad.
You can roll
Friendliest lad.
persuasion for me.
I'd love to. Listen, I'm doing baby steps in between kicking open his door. You know, you do steps before doing that. That would be a dirty 20.
Oh, okay. You do not sound like that was a threat in any way.
No, he was aiming for not a threat. He's like,
Yeah.
look how I'm
Yeah,
unarmed. I could still kill
unarmed.
you unarmed, but hey, look at
But
this.
it comes across much better than it could have, which is great.
Perfect.
You see the door does open a bit slowly still. Guy was he booked it. Was terrified. And you see this middle-aged half orc man. He's pretty broad-shouldered, has a greenish complexion to him. Some tusks jutting out from his jaw. He's got short dark hair and stands in the door. Jack, you recognize this man. You've worked at this farm before. And
Oberus?
yeah, see, this man remembers his name. Jack?
It's Jack.
Jack.
What on earth happened here?
So you're not here to get the payment. Okay. You see, he puts a thing of money in his pocket. Okay.
Last time I was here to thresh some wheat for you. Think I'm here to rob you this time?
Not Rob. You could come in. Mom. Oh, who is it? See a little old lady comes out.
Is it a little old orc lady?
Little old orc lady, long silver hair. Her tusks are kind of rounded at this point.
Just some wanderers, ma'am. Jack, we've met before. This is Madden, my acquaintance. Don't let him intimidate you. He means well. Big soft teddy bear he is.
Looks like he's starving. Come in.
He probably is.
Madden looks down at himself and he's like, I thought I looked really cool and beefy, but okay.
She's gonna pull you inside. Just start setting food out. Some bread, little vegetable soups. Just like, this was supposed to be supper, but
better pocket some of that for the rest of us.
We don't mean to intrude. We just passing through on the way to a job and saw the devastation here. What occurred?
Oh, go ahead and tell him. It's fine. Right, Mom. Well, it was about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. That group, the bandits, they came by and the town decided they didn't want to pay anyone anymore. He's got out of his pop's shot. I can't not have our farm. I have to take care of her. So we're still paying them for protection.
And they came from the east there.
This man is trying to do directions. I think he'll point down the correct way on the road that way. It's the way that you guys are going.
Have you any? I'll be honest with you. We are out here with a commission to take the heads from some bandits, but just want to make sure that these are the right ones. Otherwise, we may be making 2 stops. We could save ourselves some time along the way if we knew where we were going, what we were looking for. Is there anything you can give us in his way of information? How many they are? What sort of armaments they've got?
Well, the ones that came by, that come by every month, those are just people from the group in general. They're the Boundless, but this was a special group that came. The ones that did that was a special group of them. I think we stayed inside. One of them had fire in their hands.
Like a mage?
That sounds right. Burned everything.
Well, we intend to make sure they pay for it. Madden, make sure you try the pumpernickel. This woman here is one of the best bakers I've ever met.
Oh,
Madden
too
puts down his
kind.
bread and picks up another bread.
all the
He'll
bread.
double fist the bread.
He needs
Piles of bread.
carbs.
It's true. And,
He's got a lot of marching to do.
Marching to do, boys.
yeah. Luckily, I saw you guys ran into the town. It looked like it was not as bad as it could have been. Most of the people went up to Amberwater or somewhere else nearby, I think, beforehand. But
And those
few
that
stay behind.
those that stayed behind are there any left?
Oh no, the bodies in town are. That's all of them that stayed.
Any indication they'll be back? The bandits.
When they come for their next payment, I'm sorry. I really thought that's what you were here for. So somebody
sorry.
should come by eventually.
Sorry to disturb you and put you in such a fright.
It's okay.
How frequently do they come for their payment? Maybe we can take them along the road.
It's once a month usually.
And they're due soon?
We paid what was it, 2-ish weeks ago? Maybe they might be here. It all depends on when they're sending groups, but they might be here a few days to a week. It's not regularly scheduled. But
What do you think, Madden? Should we try to intercept them when they come, or just keep on our march?
We push forward, cut the head off the snake. Maybe they don't have to make a payment in a week.
it's for the best. You all don't want to be here at night anyway.
What happens at night?
There's something out there that's been making them walk around. It screams through the whole night. So we stay indoors.
Oh. Right then. Well, it doesn't try to come in, does it?
Well, no, it stays in the town where everything's dead. But going outside would probably be a bad idea. So we stay in here.
Good idea. Thank you for the food. I appreciate it.
Of course. Here, there's more of you. She'll hand you the whole basket.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Madden holding this basket, like, I don't know.
It's our aim to deal with this problem so it's never a problem again for you. I'm sorry for your losses. I'm not sure what to do about the things in the night, but I'll talk to my friends.
It's nothing we can deal with, so maybe you can at least send somebody from a different town to come deal with it if you can. I tried burying some of them and it didn't work. So
Jack's just gonna kind of glance at Madden, like,
You see Madden doing like you can see the cogs whirring in this man's brain as he's like, what's priority? Like he's like, oh shit. Mm. Um, thank you for your hospitality. And he'll stand up from the table with his basket.
Ushka will go over to the door and she'll open it for you. Guys, when you come back, bring my basket.
Of course.
we'll do that, ma'am.
They'll shut the door when you guys are out.
What do you want to do about this?
I'm not sure. Let's get back to town. Maybe it is a problem that will politely present itself and we can deal with it expeditiously.
Agreed.
Take my basket, pick up my maul, and head back.
Yeah. Kian and Lamb, anything you guys were doing during that extra, or
I think we both sort of came to the conclusion, both Kian and Lamb, like just looking over this town, like the chances of us being able to do anything actionably good for these bodies seems slim to none, considering rites have been attempted and were proven ineffective. And, you know, pulling the bodies out to more open places from where they might be hiding, you know, what if the bandits come back and they're not risen and they just desecrate the bodies anyway?
It's
So
probably
I think
most respectful to leave things as they lie.
yeah, I mean, we'll be saying some prayers, I think, the both of us, for the deceased, and that's about all we think we're capable of doing until Madden and Jack gets back.
Lamb, do you have any prayers?
Well, just a few simple things what Archdruid Ardath taught to me. It's simple rites, really. I mean, dreams druids were not exactly tied to death per se, but death is the last great dream, you know. It's a transition, a change, an in-between place. And for our village, at least, since we'd so few among us with any magical inclination, it was our responsibility as to more experienced mages to see to the dead in cases where it was necessary, and we lost not many into years. I was growing up there, but some. And it was an honor and important to care for the deceased as they were when they were alive. They're still people of a sort. There's dignity in the dead.
And there's dignity in dying.
True. True. I wish I could give these folk more dignity than they have here, but I suppose the greatest dignity we can give them is longer rest than they're presently allowed.
Hopefully.
I think Lamb will kind of kneel near the roadside where we expect Madden and Jack to be approaching, and sort of just be leaning on her staff, one hand pressed to the earth, and muttering things in Druidic. It's just incantations taught to her intentions for the deceased, guides for the lost souls to find their way through the veil to where they will find their rest.
I think you'll see a bit of mirroring from Kian, probably on the other side of the road.
That is where you two find them after coming from the farmhouse.
Just holding a basket of bread.
Oh,
Yeah, Jack will kind of sit down on what's left of the front stairs of one of these burnt houses and rummage around in his pocket and throw a croissant at to Kian.
nice. Well, it looks like
Catch a
it was
croissant.
a decent visit with the farmer. What news?
I think we've got decisions to make.
Well, we've certainly found there's not much we can do for the bodies here, unfortunately, but you'd best tell your news first.
Madden, you want to give the rundown?
I'll certainly try. See, I feel like I'm burying the lead if I don't tell you that there's some sort of something skulking around in the city at night and screaming. But so I'll start there and then I'll circle back.
Screaming?
Yeah, they said it screams and wanders the town at night.
Is that what's making the bodies walk around?
That seems like it could line up.
Pardon me, back up a bit. Making the bodies walk around.
There
Well,
were...
if they can
explain
scream,
the
they could walk around, I can
graves.
only assume.
I don't know. Keen and I'd found there were some graves what had been started dug not very far outside of town. There'd been some bodies taken from town out that way, but the graves weren't intact. They'd been burst out from inside.
Well, there's folk still living up there. Good folk. I've worked for them before. Gave us gifts.
I see that.
So we see.
From what little they had, people that fled this town to Amberwater, we might have crossed past some of them on the road. Presumably, they intend to return here one day, maybe reclaim what was theirs. But do we press on, do our mission, make sure that no other towns befall a fate like this, or do we stay the night here and try to deal with whatever it is, what screams in the night?
Well, whatever that is sounds like a current threat to the town, and I know
And
there's not
anybody
many
who
left.
might come
But
through. I mean,
what
if
about-
somebody comes through at night and they don't know what's been happening, they wouldn't
There's
have any
that as
clue.
well.
They'd be beset by this creature, this screaming thing, and any number of risen dead. Say if
Don't-
somebody else further down the road was fleeing from these bandits, what were messing up their town? What if then there were bandits doing what they did here, further down the way, and folks were fleeing out here, found themselves coming through here, middle of the night, and that screeching thing came upon them?
Jack's just going to look anticipatorily at Madden. Like, he's already got an idea in his head. He just, just wants to see how Madden reacts to this.
What's Clover doing?
Eating a piece of croissant.
Don't distract my bird.
My bird
Apparently
needs
was
to be
eating
my moral
croissant,
compass
but-
right now. Don't
I need to
distract it
know
with
what the
carbs.
bird's doing.
And when she's not eating croissant, she is doing her normal thing of flying along the road towards where you are supposed to be going.
You can see that like Madden's jaw is set and like you like he's thinking so fucking hard.
She has a one-track mind.
She does.
She might not see the situation as we do.
But what if we decide to do this thing that, first off, um, malicious or otherwise, we're unsure, hasn't bothered the people over in the farm. We know that these bandits are causing harm, and I don't think they intend to stop anytime soon. And what if we just needed a day, and it took 24 hours for them to do something terrible, and we could have stopped it? That's what I keep thinking in my mind. So I'd love to hear what you all think, because I think this does sound like a problem here, but there is, I think, a larger, more looming problem.
And they could do a lot of damage in 24 hours.
Clearly. I dinna want no more people to suffer like this. I really don't. I dinna want no more people tossed out on the road like apple peels. Not like this.
Still morning, midday.
Yeah, you're probably getting closer to lunch now with how much time you've spent exploring the town and talking. But yeah, you would have to wait until nightfall to be able to do anything here.
Right.
And that's at least a whole 6, 7 hours, maybe 8.
Yes.
I canna justify us waiting long enough to see this out, not if it's not actually threatening to other people who are close by.
I suppose if they don't seem as worried about their safety, then
If we come across anybody who does seem like they can do something about this thing, will you all help me to make sure they get turned this way, please? Or if we come back this way and this thing is still rummaging around it tonight and screeching and disturbing the peace, will you help me just put a stop to it? Please.
Of course. You said burying them didn't work. What if we burned them? We found some oil in town. Just douse the bodies and burn them the rest of the way if we think that's what's causing the problem. Won't take but an hour.
It's been done.
feels wrong to cause more damage here, but
At the same time,
Needn't burn the structures, just the bodies. Only a dozen or so. There's got to be lamp oil in some of these homes. No one's using it.
and
No guarantee it does anything, but it's some sort of closure, rest for the dead, if that's the sort of thing you believe in.
I do believe that there's at least
that could also be ours. So we'd have to tend to the fire and then make sure it's out.
that's true.
It's a good bit of the
I
day.
can douse a fire right quick, but it'd take me a little bit if it's fairly sizable. Let's not waste more time. I dinna want more people to be hurt this way. I dunno. I didn't think there's any cause in us putting off resolving the cause of the problem, but I didn't feel right turning my back on this.
It's not the job we're paid to do. Might be the right thing to
Didn't
do,
matter,
but
right? I'm just saying there's much more than just pay. What matters in this world and in this life?
Look at me. I'd be doing this fucking job for free. I'd like to go do it now.
I hear you.
While we
Jack
walk,
was-
maybe we can try to see if something stands out to us, but
Jack will stand up and shoulder his bag and scoop up his axe and... All right. Seems we've got 3 votes. Cian, I assume you're coming with us?
I'm with you.
Madden will start walking, and while he's walking, I will expend um, like all of my divine senses while I'm walking to detect
Mm.
undead as I walk.
Interesting.
I will use all of them.
Okay.
I will use all of them just to see if there's just a glance of something, a drop of blood, a lingering piece of energy, anything.
Mm.
I will say, I think like Lamb and Kian could give like Jack and Madden a description of where we found the graves, what state we found them in. I think we're very capable of giving a good description based on the perception check we got. So
Lamb's got it.
Yeah, while you're in town, you get that lingering energy of undead.
Mm.
When you are out of town, it is gone.
There's no spots that stand out as stronger.
The bodies in general.
The bodies just themselves are coming off as undead.
Yeah.
Madden stops. All right, we probably have to burn the bodies. They're undead. They're abominations. Hold on.
oh, dear, what's now?
Hold on.
Wait, are you? They
They're-
don't just
You can
They're
sense
glowing.
that?
now.
They're glowing in my vision that they are undead abominations.
I
I'm-
believe
I'm-
you. I believe
I-
you, but oh dear.
Yeah,
Oh,
while
that's
this
not good.
while this back and forth is going on, Jack has helped himself into a home and
Yeah.
is looking for lamp
He's like,
oil
"All right."
and like
Yeah.
I'd actually
Yeah, that
like
makes-
to burn these bodies. Hold on.
All right, okay, that's fine. That's right and fine. Yeah, no, that's
Or
okay.
we like
Thanks
take their
to-
legs off or something, but you know, we have to do something. They
Right.
I'm guessing did
cool.
I only have to use one divine sense for that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Immediately?
You were right in town. It was just the
I was
one.
like, oh shit. All right.
Oh,
You
wait,
were
wait,
right
hold
there.
on. Party halt.
No, we should deal with that. Actually, let's how about a solid hour of dealing with this, and then we push forward.
The nice thing
Shit.
is, Druidcraft allows me to instantly light or snuff out a candle, a torch, or a small campfire.
Or a corpse?
From which, I mean, a small campfire, I would say we could light multiple torches from for burning corpse, if you like. I don't know if Katie will qualify corpse as campfire sized, but you know.
Jack is pouring out a lamp onto a corpse while
Okay.
everybody
It is a
debates what their fire starting techniques are. Little
Madden is picking up
prestidigitation
bodies
spark.
and like
Yeah.
putting them
Yep.
closer together, and
Yep.
like just placing them
Yeah.
all together.
Yeah.
I will allow you to light the body campfire with your druid craft.
Yay! That's
So we
very
make
much
a
what Lamb
couple
wanted to
bonfires.
do
Yeah.
today when she woke up.
Mm.
And in the background,
not what we were
Clover is eating
anticipating.
out of the bread basket.
Oh no.
Mm. She's like,
Fine.
I guess I'll wait.
Mhm.
Carrion bird. She could be eating the corpses. At least that's not that
At
bad.
least she's not doing that.
She's
They're not
polite.
dead. She's not eating that.
She
That's
has better
gross.
taste.
Yeah, we
makes sense,
we
yeah.
burn some bodies.
Yep.
We burn the bodies we can find, and then we head out.
We do. Lamb does not spend a lot of time lingering on that. It happens. She makes sure it is done as quickly and with as much dignity for the corpses as can be managed. However, yeah, that is.
Oh, Jack's
that's a
chopping
thing
off
we do.
hands. Like, I'm sure he's got some superstition about risen corpses that means that
Madden's nodding.
something
Like this seems right.
something needs to be done
Yeah.
about this.
Yeah, maybe the feet as well is what I'm thinking that kind of superstition
I
would
feel
tell
like
you. And I
Kian's
feel
just
like
visibly
Madden's
uncomfortable
like,
with all
yeah,
that.
yeah. And Lamb's like, is that what we do?
So that's
Oh,
what we
the
do,
way
Katie.
world is so
Yeah.
strange.
I mean, it's what you do.
And
Probably take about
yeah.
an hour, hour and a half.
okay.
Not terrible.
No. Considering
it's
we
not
don't
bad.
have to spend a lot of time fiddling with flint and tinder, it probably saves us some
you don't
time
have to
at
dig
least.
the graves. This is great. Super fast.
Super fast.
You gonna inform the farmers, or are we just heading out?
it might be a good thing for us to let them know that if there are more corpses that come shambling through, it's not the ones from town. Maybe.
Somebody
I
can
don't
peel
know.
off while this is all happening, so we can fit
Yeah.
it into our
Yeah, that makes
hour
sense.
hour 30.
Yeah, that's something I think that can be done within that time frame.
Anyone specific? Go talk to them.
Yeah, I guess Jack will do it. He knows
That
them.
I
makes
think
sense.
Jack knows them
Yeah.
personally.
Yeah, he
I mean,
might
like,
come
if he
back
wants a buddy
dragging
to
one more
come-
body that he found along the way, and
Nice.
Oh boy.
Madden
Yeet.
pours all of the bread into their bag and then hands the basket back to Jack.
Perfect. There you go. That way we
Good.
return the basket. We do not keep debts.
Yeah. Oberus answers the door. Oh, thank you. Your mom. He'll hand her the
Your basket.
Your basket.
we're in the process of cleaning up the bodies, the ones that we can find. I'm not sure that this
Oh.
will, work. Tend to cremate them. Hopefully, this will stop the screaming in the night, but I err on the cautious side for the time being. We kind of stay around to see how it goes this evening.
So, it's not going to stop the screaming, probably, but appreciate it.
Oh, is there something else we need to be aware of?
Oh, it started before that happened out there. It was like a day or two before that the screaming started.
All right.
So I'm expecting it'll keep going.
Well, Madden, who you met, I'm a friend,
Yeah.
had a bad sensation about what was on or in the bodies. Seemed to think that they might be the sort of bodies that rise again. We just wanted to deal with that and not have it be a mess that we left on our.
Oh yeah, they were walking. They were no longer in the grave. They were very much walking.
Oh, all right.
At
That would have
night.
been nice to know when we spoke about an hour ago. We're hoping to have dealt with that for you. If you know
Thank
anything else about the screaming that you haven't said, now might be a good time to relay that information. Maybe we can make it a better situation for you and whoever else might want to remain in this town.
Let's see if this man knows why the screaming happened. I have no idea. I don't go into I didn't go into town that much.
He's but a simple radish farmer.
I've been busy over here before.
All right, we'll pass on your plight to anyone we encounter along the road. If there's anyone, if there's any way we can double back this way and maybe help you out after we've stopped that gang of marauders, then we'll make every effort to. In the meantime, please try to stay safe. I appreciate your hospitality and your delicious bread, madam. But
Do you need more? You ate it all.
we didn't eat it all yet. We're rationing it. We got a long march ahead of us. We just wanted to make sure you got your basket back. And again, eternally grateful. We hope to see you soon, but got a bit of work to finish up here before we head on our way.
We'll see you on your way back.
Yes, madam. Have a.
And she slips a bread into his hand.
He will take it graciously and go back to help his friends.
Yeah. I'll shut the door. No.
Well,
Finish up your burning.
Yay!
I seem to think the screaming is something else. It seems to predate the raid and all the corpses. So I'm not sure that the yelling and the night frights are necessarily directly related to this, but hopefully the burning of these bodies will be some sort of boon upon this town to help them find their way back to normalcy. But
We hope so. If nothing else, if that screaming thing was I don't know, using the dead for anything, then at least we can deprive it of tools.
I'm gonna before we leave town, let's try to get us a bit more oil. Burn the last of these, and Jack is straight to the tavern where he's gonna top off his flask and his wine skin and any other thing he's got.
Every vessel that is not taken up with oil or a magical component gets alcohol. Yes.
You are welcome to steal from the tavern. Yes.
We all do
It's
it.
not like they'll miss it.
Hey, we are doing a service for this town right now. This is just payment.
Ah. Yeah, anything else before you all head out?
No, I don't think so. I think Lamb says a final small prayer in Druidic for the deceased as the cremation is concluded and turns towards the road leading out of town. Let's get on and get this solved and stopped.
We march.
Yep, Jack follows, doesn't look back.
All right. You all head out of the town. Beautiful sunny day.
Katie
Pretty
picks
nice
up like
walk.
Is it?
10 pages of notes and throws them away. Anyways,
Throw it
you
in the
guys leave
trash.
town.
I'm going to move on to the next chunk of notes.
Anyways, so
Dust it off. Yeah. Anything you all want to do while you're walking? Who's doing perception checks? Okay, give me a perception check, Madden.
I will
If-
assume someone is helping me.
If
I
Madden
will
wants
help.
advantage, he can get on Lamb's shoulders.
It's the only way.
It's the only way.
Oh, are we still giving joyful piggybacks after all of that?
I was
I
about to
don't
say, I
know.
don't know if Madden's in the mood to get a piggyback.
Nah,
right?
probably not. Probably not. That's very fair. No, I don't think
Well, I
Lamb
just-
would probably be of a mood to offer one at this juncture either.
No, the good dice. The good dice rolled
Nope.
away. No, okay. Hey,
Oh,
listen,
no.
champ. You got this, bud. Hey,
You've
man.
got this. You've got this. Come on.
Ooh, he did it.
Wow.
He just
He
needed
did
to
it.
be
Good percepting.
So a 20. No, that's persuasion. I was just like, wow. I don't remember that being that good. So 22.
Nice. Yeah, as you're walking up, Madden, them watchers are still following you guys.
Mhm.
You see them running along the road with you. And
Well,
pretty quiet other than that.
well, we still have our companions, so there's that.
Goodness, why? What on earth is their fascination with us? It's
I don't know.
all true, all of
There's
that.
no telling, Lamb.
I don't know. I just wish we could at least talk with them. And they'd talk back. I don't know. Are they deaf? Are they mute? Wait a minute. They're watchers. Aye. Eyes of the Fae. Aye. I mean, the Fae are known to meddle in things and not make things make sense. If these are eyes, why'd they give them ears? Do you suppose they are deaf?
It's a possibility. Can we see them right now, or are they hidden in their grass being sneaky?
Madden's caught sight of them with that nat 20.
Hmm.
They could point out their general area as they're running.
It's kind of like you can sort of see the shape of them passing through the grass, like the grass is being moved around something, but the something is invisible.
Just crouched down really, really low and moving weird. That's
So I can see them
Unsettling.
physically.
yeah. When you catch sight of them, you see this weird owl human thing.
Mm-hmm. No, I'm seeing it. I'm looking at it. I'm observing it.
Oh goodness! Hi.
You
Okay.
could try giving them a sign.
Yeah, I'm sure somebody's been sitting out in the woods. Hello, how are you? My name is Madden. What's
Question
your
mark?
name? Hold on now, I'm watching.
I'm watching too. I'm curious. Are they saying anything? Are they doing anything?
You can roll persuasion to try and get
Just
them
like
to
a slow
respond.
blink.
I'd like the good dice. I can reach it. I
Yeah,
can do
get it, get it.
Come back. Ugh. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna listen. I can persuade the farmer that I am not scary. I can persuade the watchers into understanding common sign.
Hell yeah.
Makes sense.
I got up for you. Um, I stood up and grabbed you off the floor, and this is what I get in my own home. Katie, I truly think Madden is just taking the piss and is not actually trying to communicate with them. I think he's being a
Oh.
little shit.
Oh no.
With a nat one, I think
Yeah.
he's like, oh yeah, hello, my name's Madden. You know,
Mhm. Yeah, you don't get a response from that. Mm-mm.
nope.
Well, I'm not very well versed into hand signs, unfortunately. I've seen it done a couple of times, but I've not learned it myself. Maybe they don't know it either.
Jack's gonna throw a dinner roll to them.
Do they eat?
I don't know.
We know they
Just
watch.
they leave gifts. Maybe they take gifts.
Maybe.
Are you gonna watch to see if they take the dinner roll, Madden, since you're the one seeing them?
Madden stands there to see if they take the dinner roll.
They do not.
Yeah, Jack doesn't wait to see if they take the dinner roll. Like, in a rare occurrence, Madden is not the first one to walk off. Jack just like throws the dinner roll and like looks for a second and then just like keeps walking down the road.
La-di-da.
Yeah. Shocker. They don't want it.
Clover goes and gets the dinner roll for
Hell
herself
yeah.
and brings it back.
It should not be wasted.
Makes sense to me. And then Madden will continue walking. Listen, they aren't causing a problem. I don't care.
I just so strange.
Literally nothing else I could even consider doing besides like going in there and being menacing, and that's not my intent.
Right.
So
Right, no. I didn't think it's a good idea to lead in with menacing with anything adjacent to that.
Let's just live and let be.
I suppose.
You see, the thing is, there's lots of things out here in the world that are watching you, but you never notice them. Had this bird not landed on your head and went along for a ride, chances are it could have followed you for days without you noticing. And I'm not all that bothered by these things. They've done us no harm. I was intrigued when they left us a gift, but they don't seem to want a gift in return. So just let them be.
I suppose. Till they do something different, I kinda think there's much we can do with them.
we walk.
We walk.
You continue walking. Uneventful afternoon. It's really nice being out of the town. Nice fresh air.
It's
Does it
nice
smell
not
like
smelling
corpses?
death.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
It smells
great.
like springtime out here.
Nice.
The afternoon passes by. You guys looking for a place to camp?
Likely so, likely so.
Yep.
We have to eventually.
Mm-hmm. I love survival from whoever is in charge of finding camp.
I can never remember y'all's like survival.
16.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure y'all are gonna have this. I got a
16.
+6, but
16's pretty good. They find a nice little clearing off the side. It's a little bumpy, not the best spot that you could have found, but good
Be a little
enough.
8 in the morning.
There is an accessible water source.
Accessible water. Hmm?
What more could you ask for?
I mean,
Exactly.
honestly, that's what you need in a campsite.
It's a campsite. Some
is a
nice
very good
log.
one. Yeah.
Mm.
Little bit of tree
Madden
cover.
sits on log.
Hey,
And
Well,
Lamb
that's
will
my seat.
do her druidcraft check of the weather for the next 24 hours in this location to see what precipitation awaits us.
Please don't be corpses. Please don't be corpses.
Please don't be corpses. Please
weird.
don't be
It's
corpses.
corpse rain,
Oh,
guys.
no!
Damn.
No,
It's rain and
still
mad.
seems mostly sunny. Maybe a little bit of clouds.
Okay. That's good. All right. Didn't look like it's promising much rain. Little bit of overcast, I think, but no, shouldn't need nothing much in way of cover for tonight. I think the only other thing Lamb is worried about doing before later in the night is like the first thing she does after checking to make sure we don't have to put up tents is opening her journal to see what happened with the text that she wrote very, very early this morning to see if it has changed in color, because that is the only other thing that has been writing in the back of her brain, like low-key under everything else that we've been thinking about all day today. This has been a bright spot that she's been looking forward to.
Yeah, she's doing this before her watch. Give me 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Then you open the journal. It has all changed colors again. If you'd like to see the specific colors, it's in your regular journal now. But the colors do go from like rays of yellow, a little bit of turquoise into orange, some smattering of purple. Mostly swaps between those colors before ending with a blue.
Okay. More changes into color. That's about it. Well, I've got to start figuring this out, I suppose. I think until Lamb goes to lay down for sleep, she is going to dedicate her time to thinking about what these different colors could mean emotionally. Because she'd rather think about that than the city of corpses we had to burn today.
Mood.
She can start attempting. You've only got, what, 4, 5 entries at the moment, so figuring out anything concretely is going to be very difficult at the moment. But she can start making guesses.
Yeah, I mean, like, she's kind of like looking over the text, any bits of the text that are the same color, and reading those over and being like, what's the same between these things? What does that make me feel like? What would that make me feel like if I was my Dawes? What would that make me feel like if I were Ardath? What would that make me feel like if I were, she's trying to like percolate ideas for like, what would this feel like if I were reading it for the first time and I wasn't me? Just trying to like gauge ideas for that.
Anything anyone else is working on before we start our watches / interrogation time?
And Jack's gonna reach into his component pouch and he's gonna pull out just a pinch of herbs and just kind of toss them out, and Hazel will reform and just do us a favor tonight. Keep an eye out if anything approaches the camp. Just make a call to wake us. And Jack will go and sit like right next to Madden and pass him the wineskin, the freshly topped off wineskin. Thank you for your patience with those folk today. I could tell you're angry when you entered town, and not everyone's an enemy. Thank you.
I know, but a lot of people are, aren't they? And he'll take like one like good sip from of drink and then hand it back.
Yeah, Jack will take a drink as well, and thank you all the same, and give Madden his space back, and Jack will go find his own fallen log to lean against and whittle until the last of the sun's gone.
Think Kian's just gonna be making some little bundles of dried herbs he's got in his little bag.
Smells like a beautiful potpourri over there.
This one, it's probably most definitely a bundle of sage.
I wonder why.
You all can work on your various activities
Our
until
nighttime activities.
your nighttime hobbies.
Mm.
Yeah, we're kind of just bonding around the fire, eating dinner, doing our crafts and arts.
Doing our arts and crafts.
It's just
Are we
like summer
starting?
camp.
Are we starting with interrogation time or going to watch first? Friends?
Well, if Madden's watching first, it's interrogation time.
Madden, are you going on watch first?
Madden always goes on watch first.
All right.
He signs
This
himself
is
up for this.
He honestly thinks if he lays down, nobody else would get back up. They'd be like, "Oh, we're not doing watch tonight. That's fucking
Guess no
rad."
watch.
Hell yeah! And then everyone goes to sleep.
Very
So
insightful.
he's like, I have to like be first and show that we're still doing this.
Uh-huh.
I've made a pattern.
You gotta stick to it.
Yeah, got it.
Mm.
So eventually the other two lie down.
I think Kian will, just for funsies, burn a little sage. And definitely just not to make himself feel better. He probably looks like he's gonna ask something.
Madden just sitting there like thin-lipped, you know, like.
Mm.
It
So,
almost feels like it'd be easier if it all happened at the same time, but you know, I won't question your methods of gathering information.
Hmm?
Well, I feel like you could ask all these questions at the same time.
feel like that might be a lot of questions.
Well, that's good to
Might
know,
be
I
a
suppose.
little overwhelming.
Mm. Then I will trust your opinion on that.
If you want me to keep you up all night with questions, I can, but
Well, I guess we'll start wherever you were planning to start.
well, I was really wondering how did you manage it? How did you break out?
Oh. He kind of like it's kind of like a half smile, a little bit of like a smirk, and he like reaches into his bag and he pulls out the straight razor. Um looks like like really nice. It looks newer. And it has like a bone white handle. So I stumbled into this and you know, I'd never given up on the idea. It always in the back of my mind was like looking for something for an opening, and I feel like this sort of like pushed me forward, like it seemed like a sign or something. And so then and then you like watches his like smirk slowly starts to drop.
Mm.
Um, um, I'm I'm not sure if I want to talk about it.
Mm. That's fair.
Sorry if I threw off your nightly question.
You don't have to apologize for that.
With no one else's input, would you have stayed in that town? Would you have stayed in that town for the night to figure out what the screaming was?
I would have liked to. It's unsettling thinking that it's still there.
I would have liked to help. But just picturing running into another town like that, something fresher, and knowing it could have been prevented, that's what sort of pushes me past, by comparison, the smaller things.
Yeah, I get that. There's definitely a lot more gravity to the overlying situation.
This is
Never heard of anything like that, though. Something screaming in the night, causing bodies to walk around.
I'm not an expert of the supernatural. Barely understand magic.
And that sounds like some dark magic or something.
I don't know.
Hmm. It's a lot to take in.
It just... These bandits just seem organized, you know?
Organized chaos. But yeah.
And they have a spellcaster with them, it sounds like.
And they seem to have some sort of, well, I guess, a goal. Don't know if it's just to cause fear or just to, well, I mean, obviously they're making money.
Those are byproducts. Causing fear, gathering resources.
Hmm.
It's power. Always is.
They must feel powerful after that.
You know, you make yourself a little symbol, write your fancy words down. They think very highly of themselves. And I think that's going to make it feel so much better. And I was worried, the thing is, I was a bit worried that I'd have to convince everyone that these, I don't even know if bandits is the right word anymore, but that these bandits needed to die. I don't think I'll have to do much rallying, I think.
Yeah, I think they've shown us what they're capable of, or at least part of it. And that definitely needs to be extinguished.
And it will. I don't doubt that.
I'm a bit worried about how many there are.
We weren't able to get a number from the farmer.
Hmm.
But we know that they came in riding horses. They're able to overwhelm this group that was trying to defend against them.
Right.
So I would guess however many bodies there were, that'd be my number, at least.
Hmm.
I'd double it for planning purposes.
Do we think we stand a chance?
I don't think we have that luxury of thought.
Didn't think of it as a luxury.
Well, to decide this may be a bit over our heads and tap out, I don't think I can do that. Even if I thought the odds were very much against me.
I see. Headstrong as always.
I've been set on a path, and I plan to pursue it.
All right.
You're welcome to get sleep if you want to.
Oh, actually, he's gonna dig around in his bag and pull out one of the 2 rings. Actually, he'll pull out both of them. Here, I made these. I think if we both wear them, I'll be able to create a sort of connection between us if things do get dicey. I think it would definitely benefit you. Think of it as a bit of a warding bond. You
So
just
it's
can't
magic?
go too far.
All right. I'm able to like wear it around like a necklace, or does it work if it's like in my bag? Or
So long as you attune to it, should be fine.
don't know what that means.
Hold on.
Jillian does not believe either of those options are viable.
Yeah, it's like probably best to just wear it. I want to make sure it works.
Sure. He'll put it on.
Keen will put his on too.
Now, Katie, how raw are we going?
No, we're gonna do the easy thing that we do on Monday for these.
Hell yeah. Then we attune in the span of 6 seconds.
Yes.
Nice.
Easy attunement.
Yay.
Just think about it real hard for a hot second and you're good.
Think you're connected
This
to it,
grass
and you
is
connect.
magic. Okay.
It's magic grass.
Ooh.
Magic grass.
So what do I do with it?
You don't have to do anything. If we get into a fight or something, I'll be able to activate it, if you will. I haven't had a chance to actually try this before, so it'll be an experiment.
Sure. Okay. Thanks.
I just feel like we might need it. Especially after today.
Okay. Yeah. I'll wear it then.
All right. I'll leave you be.
Tell you if I hear screaming.
God, I hope not. Let it be a quiet night.
Between you and me, I hope it did follow us.
That'll make falling asleep harder.
True, but the problem much faster to solve.
True.
It's true. Kian, you head off to sleep. And we're going to take our break there before we start our watches. So, everyone, go get a snack and a drink, and we'll be back in 10 minutes.
Thank you, Tim.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back for episode 5 of the Gossamer Veil. We just finished our 10-minute break. Our adventurers just finished up most of this 4th day of traveling. They were stopped in a very sketchy town where everyone is either gone or dead from what appears to be a bandit attack. And they decided to help clean up the bodies, but decided to leave behind whatever's screaming horribly throughout the night, because they have a job to get to. And we have reached watch for the night. I believe, Madden, you are on first watch. So why don't you give me a perception check? Jack, can you also give me your perception for your owl?
I need to find his stats, or her stats, because I'm a dummy and didn't pull that up. 12 on the
Bad.
dice, so...
Should be with advantage, I believe.
Oh, yeah, that's also correct.
Don't
Oh,
worry,
this
Katie.
spell's a
I did
better
mine
roll.
with disadvantage. Don't you worry.
What did you get, Jillian?
Nothing.
Oh, okay.
Don't worry about it.
Mm.
Nothing of note. Nothing that, unless the whatever is out there just eat shit. You can tell me if they eat shit, and then I'll tell you my roll. But
Hear a loud thud hitting a tree.
yeah, if they just like really like shit the bed, then let me know.
You said it was a 12 on the dice?
12 on the die. I'm pulling up the actual stats here
I
for...
want to say it was +3 with advantage. At least it was when I believe I was piloting them for Lamb.
Yes, +3, so 16. No, 15. 15.
All right. So, fairly quiet watch for you, Madden. Clover's awake with you, hopping around.
Yeah. Madden, when he's by himself, takes the doll back out and like kind of like looks it over and kind of glances over at Clover. I understand what's important. Don't worry.
She just stands there.
Take a chunk of bread out of it and just like put it on the log if she wants more.
She'll have the bread. She'll hop up there and eat bread.
Bread is what's important.
This bird's gonna have
Important.
diabetes and
Yeah, you know.
Shh, it's magic bread. Shh.
This is bird-friendly bread.
perfect.
Yes, yeah,
Yeah.
it's
The
the
real seedy
friendly,
kind.
bird-friendly bread that orcs are so well known for baking.
They have chickens. They know what to feed birds.
Exactly.
And she knew that this bread was going straight to a bird.
Yeah.
You know what? I
For
bet she
sure.
saw Clover hanging out outside and like following behind Madden.
Okay,
as he came and
I'll,
went.
I'll check. Is this bird-friendly bread? No. This is
That's
regular
just
people
bread.
bread.
Yeah, this is just bread.
Oh
It's
well.
regular bread. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, and then Madden will just quietly sit through his watch.
Goes by uneventfully.
And he will wake Kian up and he will take off his armor and he will go to sleep.
Kian will rouse.
Give me your perception check. Not at disadvantage. You have those night vision.
Yeah. God. That's a good old 9.
It's
Oh.
real quiet.
Too quiet.
Start to trick yourself thinking you can hear the sounds of those screams.
Yeah. Oh God. Love that. This is an unsettling watch.
It's not that you're not hearing nothing. It's just that you are hearing things and you're not sure what they are.
That could be the Watchers still out there. You know that they were there.
It's true. They followed us this far. Surely they're not the weird screaming creatures in the night. No, there's no way.
Anything Kian does while this goes by?
He's tempted to try to interact with these watchers, but thinks better of it and does not. I don't think he does too much. Just tries to pay attention to his surroundings.
Goes by. Just
Roll,
the
little
stare.
smirk. Anyways.
Goes by.
Anyways, the watch passes.
Your watch is done.
Interesting.
Okay.
Okay, anyways.
Not concerned at all.
No, it's fine.
He'll, I guess, look around for Hazel. Do we
Oh
see
yeah,
her?
let's see what Hazel rolls. Every watch.
Oh, Hazel's got to roll every watch. All right.
You can go with just one.
17.
She's doing the work, man.
Still sees nothing. She's watching though.
In fairness, if something were alarming, you feel like an owl would hoot at it.
Kian will rouse Jack, but looks like you've already got eyes out, but I'm gonna go lay down.
That's fine. Get yourself some rest. Jack will rummage around and pull out a roll, and he's gonna make a kind of show of being ready to watch, but as soon as he's confident that Kian's sleeping, he's just gonna like sit down on the ground and he's gonna write in his journal. He's gonna write about the probably sketch a building from Altenvik and with the smoke coming off. He's gonna document the broken circle emblem and just kind of write a summary of the day and snack on his roll and rely on the fact that his bird is watching. He is fairly confident that the things that mean him harm are either screaming or on horseback, and he is convinced that keeping an eye out for those things is not going to be the first way he notices them.
Roll for your owl then.
Okay. That is another 17.
Takes about halfway into your watch, and when she does start making sound at you.
All right,
There's something.
He'll reluctantly close his journal, slip it into his bag, stand up, grab his axe, and look around. He's not patrolling the perimeter. He's just standing in place, looking into the darkness. Can he tell what direction Hazel is looking?
She was circling when she alerted.
Ah, okay. Well, she doesn't have to circle all night. She's fully welcome to
She
sit in a
was
tree.
circling when she did
All
this
right.
one.
All right. So yeah, Jack's gonna, put his back to the fire so he's not blinded by the embers, and see if he can see or hear anything in the distance.
Yeah, you can give me a perception check for Jack.
8.
You look out into the woods and do not see anything coming. What you miss is the sound of wings and feet rapidly approaching and surrounding the camp. I need everyone to roll initiative.
Let's go.
Sorry, you said wings and feet?
Wings and feet.
Can't you just picture them like waddling? Like, as they like
wings
rapidly
flapping and the sound of running.
Well,
16.
Don't like
They
it.
were biding their time.
Well then.
16 for Jack.
Got a good old 10.
13.
19.
And you said 19?
Uh-huh.
I was hoping
Okay.
for friends.
Fortunately, no.
Well, let me go ahead and remove my armor.
Yeah.
Let
Please
me go ahead and remove all
do.
this bullshit that I do not have on my person now. That's an armor class. Take that shield and that armor off. That's a number.
Oh no.
That's a number that could be hit,
Suppose I will
probably.
be armorless.
Yeah, it's certainly a much easier number to hit.
Oh, weird.
Huh, weird. The timing.
Oh no.
Weird.
Strange.
Interesting.
How odd.
Would it be
Surely you
possible
have a
for Kian
shield.
to grab his shield?
When
Like-
you wake up.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
You can use an action for it if you'd like.
Mm.
At the
If
moment,
only we'd had around for this.
at the moment, no one's been told to wake up yet. There's been no sound.
Oh,
Long shoes.
good.
This is
all
my
asleep.
sleeping initiative.
Yes, it is.
Means
Oh no.
Welcome to Wings and Feet.
These birds are Naruto running right at the group. Just
And they're gonna run right over our sleeping bodies.
Jack has his hands on his hips like,
Hmm.
what's out
Squinting
there,
into the
guys?
darkness.
what a turn of
Boy,
events
this
as
watch
birds
sure
run
is
past.
dumb.
Ah. Hmm.
It's just a bunch of ostriches running by.
No, I
Aw,
love
hell
this.
yeah.
What the hell?
I sure hope so.
Think they escaped the circus too?
Actually,
Yeah.
every creature you face
Yes.
is going to be a circus animal.
This is our original sin. The
Yeah.
circus.
Come back to haunt us.
Every few nights, something shows up from the circus.
Eventually,
Just
we'll
to
run into
prove
the
a
real
point.
tiger, the one that isn't a man.
Since you all have not been woken up yet, Madden, you were asleep on your turn still.
Oh no.
Jack, you're up first. You, luckily, before all of them do anything, you are quickly surrounding the camp what look to be slightly smaller than average wolves. They have patchy white and red fur with little antennas coming out of their head, white wings, and 8 feet. Almost imagine a wolf
many.
centipede.
A wolf to be.
And there are
I-
7 surrounding your camp, coming
Can-
at you all at once.
1 to 10.
Hmm?
1 being one of those decaying corpses, 10 being a Snallop. How adorable are these things?
Well, I put it in the middle. Like there's, fangs coming down.
Okay.
Glowing eyes.
Depends
Jack
on
is-
who's looking.
There's
Jack
the
is-
general shape of doggo, which does incline one
combined
to
with
think
bug.
friend. Oh.
There are cute bugs too.
True.
Jack is gonna touch his chest, cast mage armor on himself. His adrenaline is gonna go up with his bonus action as his wassailing starts, and he's just gonna shout, "At arms!"
What?
And
Lamb's up.
that's his action, his bonus action, and a shout. That's the end of his turn.
All right. And it is the dogs is what I will refer to them
God.
as dogs.
dogs.
Lamb, you will be up next.
Understood. Lamb is awake to be aggressed upon at prone.
You're going to have 2 of them are coming at you, Jack, because you were standing up so nicely and easy to see there.
And you made a lot of noise.
A 20 and a 23 to hit from them. I cannot hear you.
Let me check real quick here. So that's 16. They'll both hit.
All right.
One of them barely hits. But, yep.
roll like garbage. So that's 3 acid damage and 7 piercing damage as they both bite into your one latches onto your arm and the other starts gnawing at your leg. And let's see where are the other ones going? One for Madden.
I'm prone if you
yeah.
didn't take it into account.
A 23.
I mean, that hit me on a normal day.
Yeah,
So.
it did. Dog
That's
is
a
doing
good
his
hit,
best.
sir. Good hit.
That is 7 piercing damage and 1 acid damage as that dog bites into you. This one's at Kian.
This is our first TPK.
Yeah, immediate TPK. That's only an 11 to hit on that dog, even with the advantage. That dog fully trips, rolls over top of
Too
you. Its
many
wings
legs.
kind of get into your mouth as
I was like, an 11 might hit him
an 11 might
Nope.
hit him.
Well,
if he doesn't have his armor on.
Hold
Oh.
on.
And his
I
shield's
technically
off.
don't have my shield, so let me just.
Oh no!
My
Hold
armor
on.
class is an 11 right now. Not
12.
to fuck with you. Oh,
12.
he's
Wow,
too
look at him
good.
go. You get some wing in your mouth as it fully eats it. This one's going to go at Lamb.
Oh no.
15 to hit.
Yes. Solid. Yes.
4 piercing damage. 2 acid damage.
Ooh, why you do that?
See this one? Oh, the other 2. One is going to go for. I'm gonna roll for these 2. See who they're closer to. One is going for Madden, the other for Kian. Oh, nat 20 on Madden.
Oh god.
God, no.
But don't worry. The second one for Kian was only a 7.
Ian just rolling around and
Yeah.
mauled by dogs.
Yeah.
I don't even. He's just like.
Viciously mauled. He hasn't woken up yet.
He just hog
Rolling
chewing,
over
He's so
rolling
still
around
they
on.
can't jump on him.
Kian, you look like you're in a pile of dogs right now. They're just there
Adorable.
to cuddle,
Comfy.
And then Madden, you have another dog biting you.
Perfect.
This is just like cat people and dog people.
17 piercing damage. And only 3 acid.
And this was my crit damage?
Yes.
Christ.
Okay.
I roll bad on damage.
It's okay.
And that's all of the dogs. Lamb, you're up.
Well, I think what Lamb's gonna do is try to dissuade all these puppers from seeing us as prey. So she's gonna wild shape. And she's now, how big are these things? Are these guys like wolf size, slightly larger?
Yeah, they're
than
a little
wolf?
smaller than a regular wolf.
So smaller than a tiger.
Yeah, we're not at tiger size.
Oh, good. Oh, Lamb's recently seen a tiger, so she's gonna become a tiger.
Is that within your CR?
That's what I'm looking up.
Is that, ooh, hang
That's
on.
what
Because it's not polymorph.
Wait,
So
no, you're right. This only just came to me too, so I haven't done the numbers about it. I'm sorry.
I believe tigers are
Oh no.
CR1.
Okay.
So that you would have to be a
Yeah.
moon druid, I think, to
no.
be at that.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. Okay. I retract the tiger, in which case. Okay. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. I'm gonna need a second to redirect on that train of thought. Lamb's going to get up from prone.
That's
And
fair.
bonus action shillelagh. Because she's holding her staff. She doesn't let go of her staff when she goes to sleep. It's like her it's like her whoopee. So she has that. And that's in her hand. And that is now a shillelagh.
Behold.
And she's going to just like try and like push that in between her and this thing. She's not going to try to hit it yet. She's going to try to dissuade it from biting her more. But if it keeps being real aggressive, she's got
Maddie
the
just
shillelagh
got
ready to
bloodied by
go.
these things, and you're like, hey,
Yeah.
you better stop. You better stop.
Cut it out.
You
Stop
Hey,
it.
stop it.
you
You
Like bad dog.
doggies.
stop it,
Madden's
bad dog.
screaming in a pile of drugs.
I tell you what. Oh, hang on.
You've done
Have
what
I
you
used
did.
an action? Does it take an action to stand up from prone?
No, it's
Takes
half your
half your
movement.
movement.
It's half your movement. So
Yeah,
if
you
I
still have an
haven't
action.
used an action yet, I'd like to use an action to cast Speak with Animals.
You go right ahead.
Oh dear.
Mm.
We'll
Telling.
see if this helps. It's just a first level spell slot. It's
Mhm.
fine. We haven't finished our rest yet.
What do the animals say?
Flesh.
She's going to at least try to be like, you didn't want this. You should go back where you came from. Like, she's not going to sugarcoat it, and she's going to see if she can reason with the critters if she gets on their level.
They do not respond in any way. It's just
Nothing.
unintelligible.
Oh God,
Nonsense.
nothing. That's unfortunate. Well, that was her action, so
Right?
she's going to be fending off this wolf critter thing, but I guess she feels less bad about giving it the bonkus next turn.
You are all in a row, so just after dogs, it's all of you. It'll be Kian, then Matt, and then Jack.
Oh, fun.
So Kian, you're up.
Okay.
They're dogs. You
There's
have
dogs.
two right beside you. Yeah,
Okay.
dogs.
So I guess I'll use half my movement to get up from dogs.
They're being right unfriendly to
They are.
very much all of us.
Maybe it's okay. How can we do the most damage? Um, guess he's gonna try to give one of these dogs the bonk. Oh, will a 14 hit a dog?
It does. It does hit a
Wow.
dog.
Cool. Guess that's a 6. Okay, my weird dice. So 9 damage to this dog.
Okay.
Just like hitting it with a quarterstaff.
cries out, a little bit of a snarl as its head whips back towards you. So you hit it. Is there anything for your bonus action, or are you done?
Oh, wait. I think I looked at the wrong thing. I do have a possible bonus action. But. Okay, you know what? We're going to cast Spiritual Weapon as a bonus action.
Yeah. What does it look like as you cast this?
That's a good question. I hadn't even considered this.
You guys thought that we would never fight in this game?
I know.
Right?
I was like,
Right?
wow, this feels weird.
Major motifs of your god.
I don't know if she really has any weapons as a motif. I feel like
Probably something like a sickle, considering she is an herb goddess.
Oh yeah,
like
of the
that.
harvest.
An ominous sickle. Can I?
Harvest time for the morticians.
Do I get to attack on this turn, or does it just appear?
You attack on when you cast it.
Okay, cool. Okay, so make a melee spell attack. Ooh, 18 plus something to hit.
That sure hits.
Cool. Oh, a D8.
Get it.
Nice.
Hit the dogs.
Hit the dogs.
I'm imagining like this spectral scythe with like a bundle of dried herbs tied at the head. They're probably
Spellcasting
significant
modifier
for like
is...
boding
Okay,
ill
so
for the other
9
party.
damage.
9 damage. Is spiritual weapon one of the ones that hits multiple creatures, or is it just the one? Just one. Got you.
I think so.
Do you want it? Is it targeting the one that you hit, or the other one?
Well, probably the other one.
Okay. Is that your turn? Cool. Madden, you are up.
Neat. Madden, being beset by hounds, gets up and is just going to start swinging. No fanfare.
No fanfare.
I don't know if we're hitting, but I can only assume. I can only assume a 9 does not hit.
That does not hit.
Yeah, he wakes up from a dead sleep, is bloodied, and just gets up and swings, throwing dirt into the sky.
Sure. Blind him.
He's trying to actually be awake. That's his turn.
Jack, you are up.
How many are on Madden?
So everybody has 2 on them except Lamb. She has 1.
All right. So with second level spell, Jack extends his hand and 4 magical beams of energy shoot out, and he casts magic missile at the two magic missiles at each of the ones that are on Madden. They'll take 8 damage to one of them and 6 damage to the other. And that will be the end of Jack's turn.
Okay. Yeah, all the ones that got hit cry out and start howling. It doesn't sound like a normal dog howl.
That's reassuring.
More like
I hope there's not more.
Oh God, don't say that.
that'd be real bad. You are all now standing though, so they don't have advantage.
That's the
They'll
dream.
They'll start trying to bite.
No biting.
That's not noise.
Don't leave it me!
Roll all of these at once. And we'll see what happens. Hey, this might be a really good round for you guys. We'll see. We'll see. Compared to last time. You said your armor class was 11 right now, Madden?
Huh?
You said yours was 11? All right, so only one hit for you.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. 4 piercing damage, 1
Four.
acid damage as it bites into you.
1 acid damage.
Jack, does a 15 hit you?
No.
Okay, yep. So both those dogs, they're still hanging on, but the teeth are not sinking in like they were. They're kind of just dangling at this point, trying really hard. Lamb does a 13 hit you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so that's 5 piercing damage, 1 acid damage. D4s are rude. And then Tian, an 18 to hit, and a
That'll-
13.
Damn.
They both hit?
Yeah.
Oh, God, bud.
It's okay.
My armor's on the floor.
My dice are mean today, so
We could take
Yeesh.
like 100 rounds to put our armor on.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's good.
It'll be fine.
That's
The dogs will wait.
7 piercing damage,
Ouch.
4 acid.
Ouch.
As the dogs realize the errors of their ways and actually bite into you this time.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I thought they would
Mhm.
leave.
Weirdly, they didn't seem to understand what you said to them and aren't leaving.
They're
No.
idiots. These are animals.
I don't know if they're animals.
There's something.
I don't know if they're beasts.
Mm,
D&D does not say beast on here. Don't say
I
beast.
see.
Sorry, no
Okay.
They're
beast.
weird classification stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes you're just a monstrosity.
Sometimes you're just a weird thing.
Sometimes you're just an aberration before the gods.
Yeah. Hey. Lamb, you're up, Kian, you're next.
Well, they're certainly not like any kind of animal I've ever seen. She's gonna do her damnedest. Let me think. Does if she's trying to grab for her shield, which I think she would have like kind of resting against her pack on the ground, would that be an action to pick it up and get it on?
Yeah, that's an action.
Damn.
Because you're equipping.
Yeah,
something, so.
and this thing's right up on me. So I'm
Yeah.
going to give it the bonkus. I only get the one.
Hey, you've only got one attacking you, so.
True. That's true. Thanks to my
Fortuitous.
shillelagh. Fortuitous indeed. Happily. Oh, golly. That does mean I get that with the D8 for the damage. Okay. Yay. I like the D8. I do. I forget where I put it, though. Shit. There it is. Sorry about that, folks. Very unprofessional of me. Here we go. Yo. Not making this easy on me, are you? Okay. We're going like, yay. Oh, that's... Oh. 13 to hit?
That does not hit.
No, that's okay. Well, that's the only one I get, so... do I have anything bonus action? No, really. I mean, what I can do is use my Balm of the Summer Court. As a bonus action, by spending dice from this pool, I can restore HP to one creature I can see within 120 feet. They also gain 1 temp HP per die spent. So I've got D6s to spend. Who is the most hurt? I think it must surely be Madden.
I am at 27 out of 60.
Shit, boy.
He got bit real hard.
I got bit.
I got you, brother. This is per long rest. You're getting 3 of my 4d6s.
Nice.
Wow.
Dun, 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 dun.
Who's the cleric here?
I
It's
don't know
okay.
right now.
Lamb.
Take 7 HP of healing plus 3 temporary hit points.
So 7 heal, 3 temp.
Yes, it's
What
not
does
a
it look
ton,
like?
but I think that this is Lamb taking hold of a whole bloom off of the end of her staff, where she might usually only pluck a petal or so. She is in a rush because she can see her friends are hurting, and this is urgent. She gathers this up in her hands, twists the petals between them, and whispers something in Druidic, blows them across the field, and they rush across towards Madden, blooming and rushing around him in a wind that smells like honey and flowers, and this energy suffuses him and eases some of his hurts.
You watch this man swoot at that shit confused, and then even more confused.
Take care, Mudden! I'll try and help a little more in a little bit. Stay up, okay?
Matt just like looks at you, and then like a dog jumps on you.
Oh no.
Look out! Sorry. Yeah, that's Lamb's turn. She is not trying to like incur any kind of attack of opportunity from the thing that's in front of her, and she hasn't been able to hit it yet. So here we are.
Oh, that makes sense. Kian, you are up. Madden, you're next.
Neat.
Okay, so seeing that Lamb just did something that probably healed, I will focus on hurting this thing. Actually, how far, like for ranged attacks, what's the range that would be like too close? Is it just 5 feet or?
You just have something in your face, so you've got something within
Yeah.
5 feet of you. Your ranged attacks are at a disadvantage.
Right.
Yeah.
So what's the distance that makes it not at disadvantage?
10?
Further than 5
10?
feet, 10 feet.
Okay.
Yeah.
10 is
Perfect.
sufficient?
'Cause if you aim at the things that aren't attacking you,
Mm-hmm. I'd like to aim at one of the things attacking Madden. I'm just not sure how far away it is.
you guys were kind of, I'm assuming this is a circular kind of camp,
Yeah.
and you got surrounded, and you all do the smart thing where you're not all laying right on top of each other in case things like this happen, since Madden is in your group and would make sure this happened this way.
Yeah,
Nice.
Madden would have explained
Smart
that. Like,
Looks
Dragging
setup.
Lamb
like
would have been like,
pots
we could all
around. Like,
cuddle in a pile. And Madden's like, no,
Madden
that's
sets
not
this up
smart. That's
correctly.
cute, but that's not smart.
Now, if he'd gone to bed first, this would be a different story.
Mm.
But you can certainly hit the one of the ones in front of Madden.
Then I will cast Guiding Bolt at one of the ones in front of Madden.
Yeah.
Sure it. Yes, okay, cool. Trying to make sure it does what I wanted it to do. And for Guiding Bolt, I have to roll to hit. Ooh, 25 to hit.
That
Yeah.
very much hits
Yeah.
Monster Dog.
That's the way to do it.
Monster Dog. Okay. That's going to be 17 radiant damage.
What does it look like when
Yes.
you cast this?
I think it's almost a little Gandalf, because he's probably gonna like guide it with his quarter staff.
Mhm.
So this bolt just, I suppose, just like this flash of light.
As you cast this and this flash light goes out, it fully knocks down both of the ones in front of Madden, shoots through them both.
Nice.
2 dead dogs.
And if there's still one near Madden, he'll have advantage.
There you
Those
go.
2 died.
Okay.
Both of them
They're
done
gone.
did died. Good job.
They're fully.
Well, that works.
If
Not
you turn
problems
things to
anymore.
ash, they would be ash.
Hmm. That was more powerful than I intended. Okay, or expected.
Okay, I'm allowing the one thing where if the damage goes over, it goes to other things. So
Love that.
do you have a bonus action? I think your spiritual weapon can be used as one, maybe.
Yeah, my
Mhm.
he'll bonk one of the would a 7 bonk a dog?
No. The dog jumps over your spiritual scythe.
You know, can't have it all.
If you are done, Madden, it is your turn. Jack, you are up next.
Well, now that he is not being harried, he like quickly takes in the scene and then eyes go immediately to Kian and he'll run over and flank one of these motherfuckers and bring them all down.
That means you have advantage on that, since they're being flanked.
Okay. 21.
That hits.
I will be putting some stank on this.
Nice.
I will do a first level divine smite, like I have an option to do anything else. Like I'm capable. Ooh, I need to remember I have great weapon master. Jillian, remember that shit.
Oh shit.
Divine smite, do 2d8. Thank you. None of these are d8s. Hold on. Katie, roll 2d8s for me.
Okay.
I don't have any d8s. Where did they
I
all
have,
go?
I have so many in front of me. So
Perfect. Please roll
wow.
me 2.
So when I roll for you, they roll 5. Got it.
Hell yeah.
So the 14 total for the d8s.
Oh hell yeah. Plus 10 more damage.
24. Yeah, you want to describe if demolishing 2 more dogs that are in front of Kian?
Yeah, Madden is finally able to get his footing now that he is not just like, he was prone when he was attacked by 2 dogs. Finally is able to fully get up and makes a beeline straight for Kian. And it is just this like large sweeping motion of the maul. And he has to like white knuckle grip it, as you can see that when he smites, he has to hold on extra because the weapon begins to vibrate and it looks like it's about to just like fly out of his hands. And then you watch the blood vessels in his eyes pop.
Not again.
Again.
And that's my turn.
Jack, you're up.
Are his
Just saw
eyes
a lot of
vibrating to
dogs.
keep up with his mace?
You just saw 4 dogs almost explode in front of you.
Yeah, so Jack had just cast little bolts of light at the ones
Mhm.
by Madden. Those dogs jumped at him again. He spun and dodged both of them. Now he comes back around and with the uppercut with his axe, he takes a swing at one of the dogs that are on him. Does a 21 hit?
Yes.
All right. And it does 7 points of damage.
Okay.
And that's the end of Jack's turn.
All right. Dogs. This one will hit Lamb. 15 to hit Lamb. Jack, we
It's gonna be
have
mad. Yeah.
The first one continues hanging off of your arm, Jack,
Jeez.
with a 9 to hit.
Oof.
And the second one, 21 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay. All right, Lamb, you're taking, wow, 7 piercing damage and 2 acid damage. Jack, you're taking 11 piercing and 3 acid.
Ouch.
The dice liked me that time.
Yeah,
That
Jack looks graceful but wounded.
it's a lot of dog bites in one leg.
Yeah, Lamb too. Lamb looks bloody. She don't look good.
With that, Lamb, you're up. The dogs can only do so much. It's only 3 of them left.
Well, I gotta say, not very much more available to me in my immediate stuff. Let me just double check my. No. Yeah, no. Yeah, no.
No?
Unless. No.
You've got us on the edge of our seat.
Do we have 2 of these guys within like a 10-foot bubble?
Yeah, there are 2 on Jack, and then there's 1 on you.
Could
So-
I get the 2 that are on Jack in that bubble and not get Jack
Absolutely not. They are on him.
on top of him?
They're biting him right now.
Oh, cool. That actually doesn't matter because this applies only to each creature of my choice in that area.
There you go then.
Love it! Wither and bloom. So I think Lamb sees these things like chomping into Jack and just decides, right, this has to stop. And she waves out one hand and grasps towards the 2 wolves that are like right on top of Jack. And there's a tremor in the air around them and this sense of cold and of waning. And she pulls at that energy and it comes out of these creatures for hopefully a little bit of some damage. If I could get a constitution saving throw from them.
Got it. 11 from the first one.
That does not save.
21 from the second.
That will save. So it'll be 2d6 damage on a failed save, half as much on a successful one, and non-magical vegetation inside that area also does wither. So the grass underneath them also starts to just wane, deaden, gray, wilt. And let me get those 2d6 of damage for you. Bloop. Lovely. 8 for the one that failed and 4 for the one that succeeded.
The one that failed falls. The other one looks a little hurt. Mostly okay still.
Cool. With my bonus action, do I have anything?
Just so you
Mhm.
remember,
Uh-huh.
there's another part to that spell. You can
yes.
let him
Yes.
heal with that spell.
That's true. Thank you for reminding me of that.
I was like, the bloom. What about the
The
bloom?
bloom part.
Yes, of course.
The
The
part where
bloom
Jack
part. I'm
heals.
sorry. My brain still not used to all these lovely new powers. I will get there.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. Especially compared to everything else I've done before. So then this energy that comes out of the dogs, especially the one that just falls to the ground, she shunts across to, I think, who is the current most hurt person? Is it Madden again, or has it shifted to somebody else?
I think it depends on who's in your sphere that you aimed it at as well.
Oh, is it
Doesn't
within
it?
the same, in that area? Oh, okay, so it will be Jack then.
Yeah.
Okay, so it just shunts up out of the dogs and then washes over into Jack. I think that the rush is almost like a brisk winter wind through a copse of pines, bracing and sharp, a reminder of winter and death.
For how many hit points?
That is it the same amount again, or is it?
No, it's a thing you roll separately.
Da-da-da.
It's
That
something
creature
about
can spend and roll one of its unspent hit die and regain a number of hit points equal to the roll plus my spellcasting ability modifier,
yes.
which is 4.
So I roll one of my hit die, and
Yes.
okay.
Yes, plus 4.
Do I add my constitution to that as well, or
It's what you roll plus the 4 that she gives you
Okay.
from her
okay? Cool.
spell.
Thank you kindly. That is much appreciated.
Yeah. I do what I can. And sometimes that's some pretty good things. Da-da-da-da. You know what? She's going to try to throw off the groove of the one that's right up on her. As a bonus action, she's going to hidden step. So she just sort of like gives a call out, gonna reposition, and takes a step to the left and just disappears.
Is that a level?
Kian's like,
Is that a leveled spell, or is that a?
It's
that
an
an
ability.
Oh,
It's an
okay, cool.
ability. It's a bonus action Furbolg ability.
Nice.
Yes.
Kel doesn't do that enough.
No, he doesn't.
Silly boy.
That's okay.
That's okay.
Is
So
that it for you, Liam?
it is, I think. Because I think, well, if I turn invisible, do I still incur an opportunity attack if I move away?
I feel like I would be at disadvantage probably or something.
Okay. I think
Up
in
to
that
you. You're
case-
invisible.
Yes. If
Oh.
I'm invisible, then and I stay invisible until either the start of my next turn, until I attack, deal damage, or force a saving throw. And so, if I move or take damage, it doesn't end the invisibility.
Are you moving?
Yeah. I'm gonna move.
Okay.
I'm gonna try
Okay.
to shift around
So
away
let me
from.
roll my disadvantage attack.
Take your disadvantage. Yes.
Ooh. The lower one is 18.
Ooh, that will
Mm.
hit. Yes.
Oh, no.
It will nip me. Just barely.
Okay, that is 9 piercing damage and 2 acid damage. It kind of just bites where you were, hoping that you were still there. It gets you right before you are able to move out of the way.
I am still up, but got me good.
Keaton, you're up. Then Madden, then Jack.
all right. So, how many doggos are we dealing with near?
2. 2 total.
There's just 2 left.
Yeah, one is where Lamb was, and one is on Jack.
Oh, I didn't realize Madden just eviscerated the ones in front of. Okay.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
you did. You
the 4 died so fast.
Jesus. um. Then I'd like to. Honestly, let's just guiding bolt that one in front of. I feel like Jack was looking worse, so
Well, Jack's the only one you can see now, so.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, there's one
There is
that's
that.
standing with nothing in front of it, and then there's one on Jack.
All right. Let's help out Jack if we can. 22 to hit.
That'll hit.
Perfect. Good. All right. Then Kian will send a bright fucking bolt of. What is it? 11 damage.
It looks like it's barely hanging on.
Jesus. And I think the spectral sickle will move. It's got a movement of 20 feet.
Yeah, you can get
So-
tied to them. The
I
one
guess I'll-
is uninjured, the one is almost dead.
We're gonna whack at that one that's almost dead.
So do you get advantage on it because of your guiding bolt?
Yeah,
I
I
guess
think
so. I get my own advantage.
It's currently glowing.
Ooh, I needed that. Okay.
Oh, no.
19 to hit.
That'll hit. How do you kill this dog?
I guess Mr. Spectral Sickle just comes in and hacks into it.
That one falls to the ground, and then that leaves us with one left.
One left, and that's my turn.
Madden.
Real quick, I know this is sus, and you could tell me no. But like Madden looks at Kian and like motions like go to it. Like go over there. Go
Alright.
harry this thing.
We'll harry this thing.
If that's not too rude, Katie.
I'm fine with it.
Neat.
I think you
Fine.
guys aren't gonna die, so
Yeah.
it's okay if
You can have this one.
you
as
can
he
have
tweet.
this one.
I don't even know if I needed it. I rolled a nat 20 on the first roll. But I'll do it
The
again.
emotional support.
Just to see, Kian's there and he's like, ah, neat. And he will and Katie, if you want to roll me 2d8s and put and
Yeah.
double the outcome.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's 20 from the D8s.
And then 23 from me.
How do
Wait,
you
what?
want to kill this dog?
That'll be all my spell
Jesus.
slots. I think it is a red mist scenario of just full red mist. This thing gets in its own grave immediately of how hard it is hit.
Front row seats to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ian, come watch this shit.
Yeah. Thing is, like, Lamb was probably not all that far away. She moved away some, but more like to reposition. And she was
Madden's eyes are just now like completely bloodshot, just like
Oh, God.
all these burst blood vessels.
Oh, wow. Are
It's a
we
bit
out of
concerning.
initiative?
You are.
Whew.
Everything
so-
goes quiet
Pop
around
back
you.
into existence.
Lamb pops back into existence. She would have at the start of her next turn, so I assume at the end of initiative, she pops back into into existence. And oh god, does she not look great? There's quite a lot of blood, kind
Oh,
of
shit.
pouring off of one ankle. She's
Oh no.
Are you okay?
ooh,
Uh,
got me a little bit on that last one, a little, but it's okay. It's okay. I just need to
Here.
put it up a bit. It's okay.
Jack starts rifling through his pack for a healing kit.
Madden like takes her arm and like to look at it, like look at these wounds, and I think just reflexively like healing magic is like pushed through into your body, and then Madden pulls his hand back and goes, "Shit!" And you can see that his hand is burned.
Oh, oh goodness!
You get 20 hit points back.
Oh wow!
What was that?
Oh,
Shit!
oh, I feel a lot better. Are you okay, Madden? What happened?
He looks at you and he looks as confused as you.
That was healing magic.
I don't have healing
And
magic.
he looks
so-
rather harmed.
You,
He's like holding his hand. He's like,
she
"Yeah,
she
I'm
like
good."
shows him like the big, like what had been a very previously like freely gushing gash on one ankle, and it has completely stopped bleeding. Like there is like patchy like scabs. It looks kind of rough. There's dried blood, but like it's not bleeding. It's closed up.
Huh. All right then.
I know you didn't like to keep debts waiting, but this is rather much, eh?
We're even now, so don't
Right.
even think about it.
I suppose.
I mean, I suppose
Thank you. But
suppose you still owe me a ride, but
it's true. I do. I didn't want to keep you waiting on that. Say we if nothing else, let me at least get you something for your hand.
he will let everybody inspect his boo boo and make it feel better.
Jack, I knew you. Do you happen to find anything for a wee bit of a patch?
I've never been the best healer.
I can
but,
heal it.
uh,
You don't need to waste any resources.
All
He will
right.
turn
if
his
it's
hand
fine,
over
right.
to Kian.
Oi,
He's just like,
Relinquish
who,
the
Save it then.
hand.
who want this?
save it.
We'll heal that burn for 7 HP.
Hey,
And I'd assume his eyes go back to normal too.
I would assume.
Perfect. They'll
He
just
looks
be
much
holding
better.
his hand, and it's sort of like just a slight warmth, not a burn or anything.
And Clover flies down and pecks at your hand.
That's
Oh no,
still
that's rude.
Grabs her like a football and just kind of like holds her away.
No.
air jail. Air
Air
jail for
jail.
Crow.
Here, chill
Well-
for Crow.
This has
Is
been.
everyone okay?
I mean, all things
so.
considered, where did those things come from?
What are these things?
I've never seen their like.
A weird dog.
The adrenaline seems to wear off, drain out of Jack, and he just kind of like sits down and starts patching his own wounds with mundane healing kit, and I'll spend some hit dice to do that.
And if he requires any additional healing
He
beyond
he
that,
doesn't request it, and he's kind of like deliberately out of people's line of sight. So
Mhm. I do think that, like, since most of her hurts have been patched, Lamb kind of is doing a little bit of a rounds through, she does have cure wounds available. So if anybody seems hurt enough that they've got, like, open wounds or anything like that, she's going to at least offer.
And Madden will help whoever is looking at these bodies and try to help them be smarter, be like a
Yeah,
sounding board.
Yeah.
So whoever's doing that, he'll be like, yeah,
Yeah,
that
she's
makes
got
sense.
no idea what
They have
these
wings.
are.
How interesting. And if nobody else is looking,
Huh.
he'll just do his best.
Kian will look at him. 'Cause how
Yeah.
strange.
Madden will bolster Kian, being like,
Mm.
yeah,
I
it's
believe in you,
definitely
bud.
strange.
You've been educated by the church.
Can roll what? Nature? Nature sounds right. For
I
what animal
suppose if this is nature. Is this
It's
natural?
in nature.
So you're helping
you
me
roll
get
with-
advantage?
E-
Oh wait, okay. I thought I rolled the same thing. That was funny. 23.
Hell yeah.
I It does look like a dog fused with a bug. Uh, You would
Hmm.
know you've been out traveling for a bit and have seen some strange creatures. Like a lot of what has happened over the years is a lot of creatures have kind of been affected by the Fae influence on the world, and this kind of looks like that. Is maybe this came
Okay.
from there or something that did come from there during the war uh, has just made this turn into what it is today.
So this
This
is
beautiful
clearly
monstrosity.
affected by Fey magic or
Oh,
Fey touched, if you will.
Hmm.
well, can't do much about that then.
No.
Well, I'm going to start dragging these away from camp, so if their meat attracts something, they at least won't come directly to us. And Madden will pick up weird little dog bug corpses and put them elsewhere.
Yeah, Jack kind of mopingly drags one by the tail, like just following Madden.
We're all helping move the corpses.
We all moved.
Lamb's
all move the
definitely pitching in to help
corpses.
move corpses. Yep, that's today's task is corpse
We're really good
removal.
at this. We figured out we're pretty okay at
Is
this.
this the
Good at
party name?
I
move
feel
Are
like-
we the corpse movers?
corpse
Oh
movers.
no!
a little
We're
misleading.
the
God.
corpse movers.
It is a bit misleading.
A little bit.
We're gonna move your corpse into the beyond. We will liberate your soul from your
Shunt.
corpse.
With that, I assume we'd go back to watches.
That
Unless
is
Suppose we
everyone
like-
says
should.
stay
It's
up.
still the middle of the night.
It's technically the nighttime.
How did
Madden has
those
used
things
all of
come
his
up?
resources, so back to bed.
He needs some sleep.
Yeah. Lamb's just like, I don't know how those things got upon us so fast, but
They're fast.
I hope
Just-
there's no more of them.
Get some sleep. I'll wake you when's your time to watch. A lot of jobs in my day. Never been an undertaker. Been doing a bit too much of this today. Get some rest. I'll try to give more warning next time.
It's all right. Watch well. Be safe.
Madden shrugs and then lays back down. He's like, I feel like now everyone knows why we do watch, and we all get it. And, and he's like, I'm content. This needed to happen, and he lays back down.
This was a learning moment.
I'm glad we all experienced this together, and we all didn't die. And he goes, to bed.
Nothing need be said.
We're gonna finish up getting through watches before we end for the night. So Jack, nothing else happens on yours. Very calm. Hazel does not cry out anymore, and you're able to get some sleep. Lamb, is there anything you want to do on your watch?
I think on her watch she will have Mead out and will ask Mead to do
The
once
perimeters.
around perimeters. She will do her best to look opposite of where Mead is so that she'll know if she suddenly sees Mead catching up with her, then that means that there's nothing watching him. But otherwise she is going to try and do a good look around and attempt to
Yeah, you can give me your
perceive.
perception. Mead it walks slowly the whole time.
So then we do definitively have our watcher friends around us. That's
well, we heard them get startled by dogs. They got
it's
ruffled.
true. They got a little startle.
Wait,
They went,
what?
oh shit. Remember there was the sound of feathers and like being like rustling at the top of the combat? It's because the dogs ran by and the owls are like, oh shit, oh fuck.
I thought it was
The
just their weird
Watchers.
wings.
It
No.
was both.
I
It
just
was-
imagine they startled our friends. That's what I
Yeah.
think, Jude.
Yeah.
There's a lot of wings in that area.
Actually managed 19 on that perception check.
Oh yeah, you see that the watchers are out there.
Oh golly.
They're in a tree.
How
Yeah.
high up in the tree are they? Are they like nesting height?
I mean, they're fairly high up in like a solid branch that they won't collapse from.
Okay.
But
And
they're
like
up
them
there.
being like people-sized as
Yeah,
we
they're
saw.
up there.
So they're up there, but they're in substantially sized enough branches that they can stay up there. Okay,
Other than
interesting.
that, it's quiet.
Well, if they're not gonna bother me, I'm not gonna bother them. She is just going to open up her journal. I will give you the specifics of what she will write in for today. I think she's not going to go into a ton of specifics because, with the events of today,
Hmm.
things not being what they seem, things being strange, things being haunting like they have been, she's wanting to be cautious just because she does not know who is reading the journal. So, she will kind of like still sum up some broad strokes things from the day. She won't probably go into as many details about her friends, I think, on this occasion. And will conclude with something in the vein of like, I want to understand what these colors mean. Could you try to help me if I told you something obvious, obviously good? Could I tell how you'd feel when you read it? I'll try more tomorrow. Sits with her thoughts and the dark and the watchers.
You're not alone, at least.
No,
With your
that's true.
thoughts.
No, true. I mean, I
No.
wouldn't anyway. I've got my lovely mead.
It's true. You write in your journal. The rest of the night goes by peacefully. No more dog bugs. And
good.
you all get your long rest. And that's where we're going to stop for the night. Guys, we get to start on a fresh day next time. Isn't that exciting?
Yay! Ooh, very exciting. Fresh day, fresh start.
I thought so.
Yummy.
Thank
We
you,
love that.
everyone, for joining us. We'll be back in 2 weeks on the 20th for our next episode. But if you want to hang out with all of us more, you can come see us on Monday for On the Backs of Gods for some Norse mythology shenanigans where we may or may not die to a new god. We'll find out.
Not
It's a
the new
great
one
time.
that was birthed the first
No,
time
no,
we
a
fought
different
this.
new one.
A different new one.
And the other one wasn't a new one.
No, the other one was an old one.
Yeah.
This one's new.
But if you want to find out
Old gods,
what's
new
all
gods.
going on with that, you can watch old videos on YouTube of On the Backs of Gods, or watch how we got here today with our videos for Gossamer Veil. See, if you want to learn more, we have not Twitter. I always want to say Twitter first. Don't look there. We have Blue Sky,
Yes.
Instagram, Facebook, all the things. And I make dice.
Yes,
Let
you
me post my
do.
link. That love to make choices and only roll
They-
good when I roll for other people.
Yes.
Not
That's
for
what
myself.
That's what the story demands.
But that's what the story demands. And thank you all for joining us, and we will see you next time. Good night, everyone.
Thanks for joining us, cultists.